Gentlemen, we have friends and we have haters. We can take criticism from one and build up our lives, and take criticism from another and break down our lives. Gentlemen, my name is Kathan. I'm a man on a mission helping young men become more biblically masculine. Today's topic is haters, criticism, when to listen to criticism, who to listen to criticism from, how to know who to listen to criticism from, and what to take it from there. So, gentlemen, first of all is two different types of criticism. Like I said in the intro, there's criticism from friends and criticism from haters. And the criticism from haters is selfishness from their part because they are afraid that you are going to become better than them. And so they're trying to bring you down to their level or keep you at their level. Once they figure out that you're about to level up, then that is what, essentially in a nutshell, what hate is you will never get hate from someone who's better than you at that thing they're heading at you for. That's just a fact. But constructive criticism isn't hate. There is friendly criticism that I have with my friends as well. I criticize them every now and then constructively. And this is genuine advice on improvements on something. So I don't need to give an example, you know what I mean. You know what constructive criticism is. And another point I just wanted to add in terms of how to figure out who to take who to take criticism from, is if you would trust them to give you advice, if you wouldn't ask someone for advice, then don't take to heart their criticism. So I can imagine there's probably a few people in your life that have given you some constructive criticism, but they're not close enough to you where they're the kind of person you would go to ask for advice. And in that sense, I would not take constructive criticism to heart. I would acknowledge it, and maybe if it's something that I didn't even think about it, and neither did all my friends that I take criticism from thought about, then that's a good thing because they've highlighted something, and that's cool. But taking it to heart, don't take to heart the opinions of those who you wouldn't ask advice for. That saying changed my life, okay? And another thing is, haters just don't know where they're going. Haters have no aim in life. And so I was motivated to make this video because I get comments every now and then on both my short form content and long form content. Sometimes people are just so... I'm not saying this because it offends me. It doesn't, because I enjoy what I do and I know what I do is right. So I don't take offense from this, but I just realized, why do you comment this? Are you okay? Because when someone comments something, even if it's not necessarily hateful, but it's just kind of there are so many butterflies around me right now. Jeepers, sorry. I got a comment yesterday where someone was being extremely sarcastic, was like, oh really, they said, you don't say people can live in two different ways, and then just proceeds to kind of bash my point down. And so some things that I can say to you, if you create videos and comments sometimes just kind of like X you in a negative way, just remember that people, 99% of people who type something in the comments cannot say it in real life because they're too afraid. So if someone says it to you in real life, even then, remember the advice I gave you about if it would be someone you would ask advice for. That's narrowing down people you talk to. Never mind somebody in the comment section that you don't know, you've never seen. They've maybe seen one video of you and they criticize you. Like, they don't know enough to criticize you. There's a quote from Tom Holland, I believe it was, and he said, if you've got a problem with me, then text me. If you don't have my number, then you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me. So, gentlemen, take advice from the right people, take constructive criticism from the right people, and when constructive criticism comes, not criticism, constructive criticism, when it comes, take in and grow from it, because there's a few people I've had in my past that I've tried to give constructive criticism to, and I can just see they just goes right over the head because they don't care, because they're too arrogant. So soften the arrogance, be willing to grow, but with those who you can see are willing to see you succeed in a certain realm more than them, so to speak. So yeah, there's only, because if someone can give you constructive criticism if they're in the same niche as you, on that niche, but if they're afraid of you being better than them in that niche, then they will limit their constructive criticism. And they might even give you slightly skewed constructive criticism that still applies, but just not as well as what they should be telling you. So just be aware of that, gentlemen. Gentlemen, there are like, I kid you not, maybe 100 butterflies to my left are scattered all along the floor here. There's probably about 100 butterflies just flying around. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen so many butterflies in one place in my life. Anyway, click on this video. Give it a watch. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it. I do think so too. And be masculine. Live for God. Face your problems and grow.